shake, shake no day, our voice will resound. Ambazonia's people will never back down. The chains are broken, the pain is gone. Freedom is ours, and a new day has dawned. Shake, shake, no day, no day, no day. Rise to the day, the day, the day. Shake, shake, no day. Ambazonia stands strong, we're marching forward, where we belong. From the rivers to the peaks, our strength will grow. The dreams of our forebears in us brightly glow. Our heroes, heroines, their fire still burns. We honor their fight with the justice we've earned. Shake, shake, I win. No day, no day. Rise to the day, the day, the day. Shake, shake, no day. Ambazonia stands strong, we're marching forward, where we belong. We are building today for the children to come. No more tears, no more sorrow for anyone. Our flag will rise high, its colors displaying. Ambazonia's bright future starts today. Shake, shake, over. No day, no day. Rise to the day, the day, the day. Shake, shake, no day. Ambazonia stands strong, we're marching forward, where we belong. We'll shake off the fear and cast out the doubt. Our spirits will rise, there's no turning out. Freedom is our anthem, justice our creed. Shake, shake, no day, with love we will lead. Shake, shake, like that, no day, no day. Rise to the day, the day, the day. Shake, shake, no day. Ambazonia stands strong, we're marching forward, where we belong. Shake, shake, no day, the future is bright. Ambazonia will shine like a beacon of light. With every heartbeat, our message will be sent. Shake, shake, no day, until the very end. A cruise boy to sing. With heart breathing. Under the moon, where they vex, your whispers they jam. Dreams scatter like ashes for night where they cold. Hope break scatter like branch for storm. Now bad people and innocent they suffer. Oh mama, Ambazonia, your heart they pay. Tears they fall like a river, like the sky they cry again. IDPs and refugees they walk out. Widows they hold space where they empty, them cry go they echo. For the shock where they hollow. Dr. Cho, Sissiko and others, them train them but them no fit bow. Them voice now like thunder, where they under dark clouds. World where the town face go far, no care. He they go, you leave your children, they suffer. Them stories they untold. Oh my mama, Ambazonia, your heart they pain. Tears they fall like a river, like the sky they cry again. IDPs and refugees they walk out. Widows they hold space where they empty, them cry go they echo. For they talk where they all know. Inside these shadows, small fire they grow. Freedom they call, where hopelessness been they show. For every heart, resistance they burn. Ambazonia go stand gidigba, you no go fear night. Oh, mama, Ambazonia, your heart they pain. Tears they fall like the river, like the sky they cry again. IDPs and refugees they walk, and widows they hold space with the empty, them cry go they echo. For this hug go they hollow. Mama Ambazonia, the scars they talk story of courage we know they shame. Even when wind they blow scatter, for morning light we go there. Your children go they sing a freedom way go fly high like wings for sky. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah. The Kayaba, no vex better go follow. Ambazonia now oh na na. Son, Kuna conspiracy we go win. Our great boys do the work for the ground. Wanna flag there.
Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of my take with me, Mabi. Today's program we will talk about health. So when I talk about health, I mean now how your body they feel. Means how your body be fine where you don't need doctor or you don't need any medicine for you for the taker. I think that's what I mean by health. So I want to talk today about things that we fit do for preventing we not get disease we fit go for doctor. So which I want to talk about now holistic medicine, the other part of medicine. So when you combine holistic medicine with the medical medicine, they call it integrative medicine. So holistic medicine are for prevent you first for get any disease. Do healthy habits that will prevent you from get any disease for go for doctor. And who be Maggie? So me, I be a nurse practitioner. That one means I get a master's degree in nursing. I specialize in acute care nurse practitioner. I dey take care of people the way they dey for hospital for intensive care units. So wetin the special area the way I don't work. I don't take care of people the way they dey for medical ICU as they call them for here. The one that they get lungs disease, they get kidney disease, liver disease. I don't take care of those kind of people there for ICU. I don't take care of people the way they get disease wey affect their GI, means this part wey you chop, then go down so that you go for toilet. I don't take care of those people the way they get problem. I don't take care of people that they don't get transplant. Transplant will give you new liver if your old one don't, if your liver wey they born with them don't spoil. Man wey one die if he talk say I want give my own organ for some person, make it they can live with them. You transplant those organs to another person. Liver, kidney, pancreas, heart, lungs. I don't take care of those kind of people there for ICU. That's transplant. I don't take care of people that they get open heart surgery. If they don't open your heart, they fix them. Maybe you don't get chest pain, they call MI, or heart attack, they fix your heart. I don't take care of those people there. I don't take care of those people the way that they put them for machine way, that they give the machine all the care, that they take all your blood, run them in a machine, it work for you while you recover. They call an ECMO machine. I don't take care of those kind of people. And finally, the last specialization, what they take care of them are people the way the brain. So man way you don't get stroke, maybe from hypertension or any other problem, or man way they don't open the brain, the surgeon don't open them, fix the brain inside, or man way get back pain and they do surgery for a back, or those kind of people there. Now people them way I dey take care of them. Now my current specialization that. Today we not dey talk about medicine. That one we dey come up for doctor. We go give you tablet for swallow, or if they operate you or so. I want to talk about how you feel prevent yourself from reach down that road for before hospital. Why I choose this topic? Me, I go through that situation. After I don't work for medical profession, for all the specialization the way I name them for you, I finally find out say me myself too I need medicine. Where I get to go for doctor, make it give me medicine. I will tell you my own story. But I will go first for tell you what to be the topic. Our topic today, I name them wellness. Wellness is intentional. Wellness. What do I mean by wellness? Now for practice habits, day-to-day habits, where it will prevent you from go for doctor in office or for go for hospital. Thing the way you feed do, you chop them way you do chop. Your exercise way you do one, the physical thing the way you do one, your stress level, the way you do, wait till you fit do personally like that person for prevent yourself so that you not go for doctor. Believe me, plenty things that we do for prevent me for go for doctor. And I will talk about those things we minimize them, then I the thing that way they make me sick, and then we end up for doctor though. When they say intentional, why I use that word intentional? I use that word intentional because healthy habits, them people them think say now only for take medicine. When you sick, you get fever, go for doctor, give you tablet, you begin to take them. Most of those medicine they get side effect. When he give you one, you take medicine, fix this one, you spoil another one. Take medicine, fix the one, spoil another one. Intentional, now wait till you go do deliberately for prevent yourself, make you not take medicine. For prevent yourself, make you be healthy. When I be talk this story, or when I don't become, I be do this holistic medicine, and I be discuss because I love the topic and I like to discuss with other people then for see whether I feel help other people then. I discuss them with some of our community people then. Some man for the population, for the people that I talk with them, he put his hand down, up, not down, up. He talk for me, say man get to die for something anyway. And I say, man get to die for something anyway. So I'm going to answer this what I be giving. Death, an easy thing. When I mean easy, means say death not be good thing. Not be say death not something when you die, then people then glad or so. I mean, so when you don't die, your problem don't finish. It's gone. No more money problem, no more health problem, no more anything. So death is easy. Your problems are gone. The problem na disability, not be death. When you don't get hypertension, you get stroke. Your one side skin don't die. You dey for wheelchair every day. People that help you for wake up, people that help you for wash, people that, and you live for the next 10 years, that's miserable because you struggle. When you don't get that hypertension, then your kidney don't spoil, and then you go for dialysis machine Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, all those things, 3 days a week. The day like you not get life again, because now you get to go spend your how many hours every day for sit down for chair. That's disability. Which are they try for talk now say, but could prevent disability, but prevent things that we go make your life difficult. And then talk about preventing death. Because if you still prevent, do all the good habits, you still die for accident. And talk about preventing disability. I think I'll be talk. So that you live a healthy and thriving life. So wellness get 4 dimensions. When I say 4 dimensions, you talk about spiritual wellness. That good feeling. When you talk spiritual, for religious person, means say your relationship with God. For a non-religious person, say just a relationship with yourself, your well-being. Emotional wellness, where you not spend time stress, anger, all those kind of things. Physical wellness, I talk about disability, where you not be disabled, you not go for doctor office, you not take no medicine, you be fine. Now, physical wellness, that. Social wellness, the one where you interact with people freely. You see the struggle, back pain or headache, all those kind of things. Those are the dimensions of wellness. So I will go now for talk about emotional, physical wellness destroying a home. And I will talk about this story so that we start understand when I talk about you feel prevent yourself from go for doctor office, then you start understand the things that we do, we make we end up for doctor office. Your environment, will be talk. So we talk about your environment, your physical, your social, and those kind of things. The things that we do. So I will again make this discussion for some group when some couple them be there for the week Their life be so miserable way they be look into divorce, the husband and the wife. And this one is their story. The husband get chronic back pain when they take medicine, oxycodone. That medicine will put you to sleep all the time. Most pain medicine will put you to sleep all the time. So all they do is spend the time na sleep. The woman get chronic headache. We eat 2 days for doctor door, they take medicine all the time. If you see relationship between those two, waiting they happen, the man with chronic illness cause a wife a chronic headache, or the wife a chronic headache because the man a chronic backache. Emotionally, they share the disease. So the wife, the madam, na nurse, they work night shift. So they go for night, go work, come back for during the day, they sleep. A man may be a nurse, but if he don't change, he be in IT, they call it technology. So he work now for house. He get computer them, we he work every day for house. So it start now say, this man, as he work for house with this computer, he start get back pain. As he start get back pain, he go for doctor. My back be hot. They do x-ray, they do all kind of tests, they give you pain medicine. He go take the pain medicine, he sleep most of the time because of the pain medicine. And because he sleep most of the time, he no get good time for take care of his own self. They get 2 pikin them, no man no day with the look up pikin because madam they come back from work from night duty, headache, it is sleep, massa, it is sleep. So pikin that they play, throw dirty, toy all over the place. The man, each time we go for doctor, the back pain, the worse he go, they give him more pain medicine. Each time he go, they give him more pain medicine, where they make you worse. So, of course, because they do anything, now so you don't big too. He get a job where they work only for house. Now so you don't fight. You don't big. Wait, as you don't big, so wait you get again sleep apnea. It is snore for night over. So madam don't drive you for bed. He say, I know I come for night duty, I know the feel sleep because you do over snore. So he don't go form your own room. We now for day go sit down. We go do he go to sleep. So the sleep now for that room, he get about 3 computer them for that room. Now for day the work and now for day the sleep. So the story, as they tell me how they do one divorce, actually tell me and my husband. So I said maybe I go see Usa on the stay, so that I will see how I feel help Una for this situation. So I go visit them. The first thing when I walk, they get a very big, nice house. As soon as he opened the door for the house, I noticed the first thing. No window not be open. Despite the fact say, them be their house a few minutes ago, all window, every place be locked. I asked him, so how's the be we locked? He said, well, now they rarely open the windows because I be so busy and madam today always sleep, so I be so I know they hardly open windows. So the number one problem that we already noticed and just as I walk through the house. These people they get low levels of what do they call it? Serotonin. Serotonin is your happy chemical. Your body they produce serotonin so that it keep you happy. They call it the mood stabilizer. How you get serotonin? Serotonin is through light. So serotonin will be produced during the day. A chemical will be produced during the day. So now how? Through light. So when you're there for your house, even if you never go outside, open your windows so that lights will stream through the windows. You can get serotonin. The best way now actually to go out for a walk. 15 to 30 minutes under the sun. And only for explain this, we all know say during a winter, depression be very high during winter. Now, one of the reasons of that. So you need for open all windows every day. Mind the open window, bikini open your window. May light that coming, bikini go out, go work. As we get inside the house again, all this clutter of things and from picking them, they through cargo. Now, one of the other problem than that, we like to buy. House be cluttered. A beautiful house, now house will not be cluttered. You don't need all those things. Anything you don't need them, why you just so buy more? So now, next thing that, keep that house where you don't get clutter. I go things them all over the place. I will explain again what I mean by this clutter. So I walk into a bedroom. I ask this outside the sleep. I walk into a bedroom. 3 computer screen them for a bedroom. He said, why you get computer screen them for a bedroom? He said, oh, because it be easy with the back pain, so it be easy for you to just get up, then sit on the computer. So you see, he get a job, which may be a nice job, may be a bad job, but a job to kill him. You know, not saying a job to kill it, but a job to kill it. 3 computers for bedroom. He said, no. That computer they get to be now outside the bedroom. Reason, LED lights. Most of we will get TV then for our bedroom. Bad habit. Because most of the time when we go, we turn on the TV, we watch a small program. LED lights, they prevent you from get a very good deep sleep. Once you don't watch that LED light, when you go back to sleep, you start toss on the bed, so you don't get good sleep. Computers should be all downstairs. That TV, then when you wake up, TV should be downstairs. Computer, the way you wake up, play down. Then they also make you not sleep. Third thing, that chair where you should for day. You know, that chair way it is supported back. It's the specific chair for shidong on top. You need for, if you get that kind of job, invest in your health by say you get the chair way is support the job where you stay for house. Support your back. You don't get those things for day. Madam, your own problem. It work night shift. It come back in sleep all day. So it miss sunlight. If you really come, it sleep part of the day, wake up, maybe go walk a little bit or so, then it exposes itself to having serotonin. So thy own problem that it get headache because the environment where they did it be very depressive. Them too they be depressed. It get the back, it get the headache. So what will be the solution? I tell this students. So going quick to the story. Solution. When I open window, lots of lights. Every morning, wake up, open window. When I pack house, find some room where when I fit throw all that clutter for inside, so that space then they remove that computer and make sure so I go for that house. We find another room, they get a big house, put all that computer for the reason. Make it roll over from a bed, try worker at least. For go for the other room. Than for just roll over. You not even brush teeth, you just go for computer, go shoot them for the. Or that inactivity, you not be the helping. Number 2, emotion. So I don't talk about the environment. Number 2, emotion. So I will talk about the fact, say, they know they get serotonin. So I advise them, they must go outside. They need for take things and that vitamin D, especially vitamin D3. Especially because they sleep inside house most of the time. Or they go take it naturally for outside. Vitamin D, I will recommend vitamin D. I will recommend cod liver oil. I think most of you know cod liver oil. Made them take that. And then I will recommend magnesium for the husband. Chronic fatigue. Most of you take zinc, but not only they take zinc, when you know they take copper. Because zinc deplete you from copper. So if you're taking a lot of zinc, you must take copper. Omega-3, make you take weight loss. Then you don't overput weight. For if for not to get the sleep apnea, because it is snore, you need for lose weight. I will talk about this weight loss thing. You have to be healthy to lose weight, not lose weight to be healthy. Because people, they misunderstand it too. The difference. Stop for chop late for nights. I notice small chop all over the place, a chocolate bar, all those things there. No. Stop for chop late in the night. Last meal 6 p.m. bedtime 10 p.m. So we talk about sleep. No work for nights. Go for bed for 10 p.m. so that you sleep. Posture. We will look for a better chair where if you maintain a posture for the chair so that it will help with the back pain. And that alone, those things alone will not solve it because it already developed the problem. You need to do some exercise. And the exercise will be suggest for you now, yoga. Invest in yourself. Go register for the class or Pilates where you feel straight your back so that they pull that back for you. Believe it or not. Then talk for madam. I want to leave the part. I forget to talk about madam. When your husband be start feel better, we know they take this pain medicine again. He be a lively man. Her headache went away. You know they complain again. My head. So the headache was a reflection of the situation we did for house. Maybe because if I have that, forget that headache. The back feel better. The wife is smile now, and they get a good environment. You see, not be medicine solve this problem. I just change in their habits. It solve the problem, and they be happy now. So I began to talk this example for now, so that we understand what you try to talk. It sounds simple, but it will work. So we will talk about modern lifestyle killing me and you. Modern lifestyle killing me and you. So I don't talk about how me too are there for the medical field. So I don't put on so much weight. I don't be big. The next thing doctor tell me, I say, your sugar then, they don't be high. So you get type 2 diabetes and you get to start take medicine for diabetes. Before that, I don't take medicine for hypertension. No, I don't take medicine for hypertension for the past 10 years. I take medicine for hypertension. Before doctor can add, say I get to take medicine for diabetes. The next thing, one day, I go to some tests. Doctor tell me, say, it look like there's plenty of fat for your liver. And I be very worried about that. That was the last straw. After I leave that doctor office, I come for house. I was miserable. Because now they take medicine for blood pressure, I take medicine for hypertension, and then now they talk to my liver is sick. So I start doing research. What you have to do? Now for there I start holistic medicine. We mean say, take care of yourself, disease that will go away. So now for there that my journey starts. I start follow holistic medicine, the things that they suggest that we go talk about as we go through this. Now 1 year and some months, I never take blood pressure medicine. And I know they talk like that. Sometimes people they say, I know they take medicine, but they know they check. I check my blood pressure. My blood pressure will be perfect. 110, high the top one, 120 the top one, that's it. I know they take medicine for blood pressure. I know they take medicine for sugar. My blood sugar be perfect. That medicine them all I be don't throw away. That liver way doctor be tell me I go repeat test for the liver, what they call it MRI, where they take picture for that liver. I get called for house where doctor do want know whether I my picture that because he not be fit believe the picture. I said, yeah, na me. He said, what you do? I said, I just changed my lifestyle. He said, unbelievable. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Now the answer that he gave me. So I be so impressed by the fact that I'm not taking a medicine. I just change things about my life. And all these diseases go away. Anytime my friends they know me for work. That's how they talk about. That's how they talk about. I actually go see my gynecologist. I think 2 months ago, I instead become like the doctor for your office. All man don't surround me and they talk about what if you do so that you not get sick. Because I don't like the topic. I like for talk about all my here for understanding. So me I be end of obesity, hypertension, type 2 diabetes, fatty liver, which all I do, I change my life and it go away. So I feel I need to share that information for all man for understand. Modern lifestyle is killing us. What is that modern lifestyle they do? They chop the way they chop, they habit the way they do, the thing the way they do. It don't cause you forget diabetes, hypertension, stroke, heart disease, cancer. Some cancer they be related to the lifestyle we choose and for do. And if we change the lifestyle, we prevent ourselves from getting cancer. The habit the way we do. Excessive consumption of processed food, mobile phones, inactivity, all those things there. Things and they will we feed you for change these things. And we will not just assume say this thing then they now modern life what you go do. No. We they make the choices on those things then. And when we make the choices, then when that sick comes, then we get to follow doctor, then we take that pill. We get to make the choices intentional for not enough for doctor, the office or for hospital. I talk about the disease and again, I say obesity, diabetes, stroke, cancers, now the lifestyle that we don't choose. You will see that picture. You see that hamburger? Big hamburger. Now the thing that now will be chopped. Easy, that's one. Fast food be easy. All you do, you just drive your motor, stand for some window, point picture. They bring them for you, you chop them. It's killing you. It's easy, but now it kill you too. Fast food, refined food. You see, in fact, sometimes they say 4 pieces, 4 level of meat, refined meat. We did it. Now, those foods are killing us. The modern food. Next picture will show more of the chop them. Pizza, orange juice with the wrong refiner, Coke. See all those things and for that table, those are all refined food. They call them ultra refined food. Fast but deadly. What else? The kiwi? Death by comfort. I just talked about that man inside bedroom when I been talking story. Comfort. Roll over for bed, just go for a computer, do work, they pay you, but you know no say that same job now it is short in a life. Death by comfort. Most of we will not do anything, sit only on TV, play with phone, talk for friends, inactivity, death by comfort. Another term wey they call all these diseases and what they talk about disease of civilization. A few years ago, 20 years ago, when cancer be for the European world and the Western world, cancer plenty. They send some researchers and made them go to some of the Asian countries. Africa will be one of the continents where they be send researchers and they go find out why we will not get cancer like them. Yes, 20, 30 years ago, we didn't have as much cancer like them. They go find out why we not get cancer. You know what they find out? The reason is because we know we don't start chop them with the chop them. We be the work farm them for our backside house. We all man don't give them up now. All man don't give up farm for backside house. They sweep now backside house. Leave they don't fall, they sweep up. Instead for plant jama, instead for plant small cocoa. Now thing that way white man we find out. Say because we will be the work we are farm them for backside house. We are jama for backside house, we are cocoa for backside house. We the chop natural foods, not refined foods. Thing way white man we find out again now say we will be the drink now we are natural drinks them. We will chop mango, we will chop we are orange. We not the chop now that one where they don't squeeze and refine them before they give way. We are chicken that we grow for front house. We kill and we chop on natural chicken. Remember the Fulanis them with their cow, then with the worker from one town to another. They chop the grass. Now it will be the chopper. Natural meat. So that one may keep cancer away. Surprise? What will they do now? China, they send me all this chicken where they don't fluff them. Sometimes don't put chemicals in so that make them they bloat up so that it big so that you will buy them. Tell Mamina say, oh, I don't go kill fowl. He want that China one. Because that China one soft. Now that one is kill. Full of chemicals. They don't breed the chicken them. They grow within 2 weeks. They don't make them grow so fast. They give them chemical. They grow so fast. You think that they give them that chemical, then you chop and where the chemical will go? Only in your body. Like thing than that. Meat, cow that grow within a few months because they don't put chemical them for inside the cow. May grow fast, grow big, and so cow fat. Also you think that chemical go not for your skin. Fish. Now everybody the rare fish, they grow their own fish for backside house. Fish was not meant for us to grow it in the back of our house. If you want to grow fish, natural pond with the flow. The fish then eat natural things for day. Nobody the one would give them chemicals, antibiotics, all kind of things. The fish they grow big, so we take them, we burn them, we chop them. We some things say they go for your skin. So when we give up our habits for the chop that natural things when we are mommy them, they be the ground for backside house. We then become like the Western world. So in the Western world, main man way it dey for home, nothing say they be excluded. When I say man for Ambazonia, may nothing say be excluded. Because now the thing that we the chopper now. So what happen? After 20, 30 years of the study, they send person back for Africa for go find out wetin happen. We don't be like them too. Cancer, liver cancer, prostate cancer, lung cancer. So we don't be like them too. Because for us, we like to copy everything with the Western world do. Right now, if man dey work in backside house, I think they look at things say foolish. Where that thing for store cheap. No. That person dey work in backside house, if they do wellness is intentional. If you take care of yourself. Because you need to chop those chemicals and again. You see, I just talk about simple things them way you fit do so that you know the go for doctor. Those chemicals that would chop on. So disease of civilization that I don't explain them for you. Now this disease from this fast food them would chop on. It cause heart disease, cancer, type 2 diabetes, hypertension, obesity. All that chemical them where they put on for that chicken and for that cow, it enter we. That's how they we to the blood. We get big. We get obesity, we develop hypertension, sleep apnea, all those diseases. Cancer. So causes of metabolic disease. So now we get to the meat of the story. Now what the causes disease? I don't hit on them as I talk. 4 main things and they where if you intentionally change how you do those 4 main things, that's I mean if you really do them wrong. If you really do them right, keep doing it. But if you really do them wrong, change them. 1, diet. You chop or you chop. 2, stress. Any mind there for this Western world know how much stress. Stress it causes so many diseases. Stress it take a toll on your body, and stress now it cause almost most of the diseases then. I will relate stress on how they cause disease. And you go surprise. Sleep. Sleep now one thing where people that they always ignore them. People then think say sleep not just a luxury. Oh na son, if you sleep, you get time for sleep fine. If you not get time for sleep fine. No. Sleep not get to be ignored again. Sleep, enough sleep they prevent a lot of diseases. Then hypertension, heart disease, cancer. Sleep they prevent them. You will surprise. Exercise. Exercise not necessarily means they go for gym, jump. No. If you not feel afford to go for gym, your simple day-to-day walking is exercise. Walking in your house is exercise. You get people that they'll sit down for chair from morning to evening, and yet the house need cleaning. If you put them for your head, say just to clean that house, now some form of exercise, I think it will help you. First, it will keep your house clean. Second, you don't exercise a little bit for that day. Important for keep moving. You get to keep your blood circulating. So, 4 things for prevent you for the go for doctor office or for hospital. Diet, the food you eat, stress, sleep, exercise. I'll talk more about that. We get some other things and we really do and win our choices. That one, you either give up the habit or you kill yourself. Smoking. That one a habit will kill you with lung cancer. Alcohol. Alcohol gets how to fit up. Alcohol not be something where they say you must give up alcohol. Alcohol is socialization medium. Alcohol in moderation. Me say if you be that person way you don't dey drink you all the time. Create a habit where you make a certain day, na day wey, oh, today I fit drink my wine. Maybe since you dey go for meeting every once in a month on a Saturday, why not make Saturday your day where you fit drink 1 glass of wine or 2 glasses of wine? That's it. Make Saturday your day to drink. Not to drink, in moderation. You no need for the drink every day, every day, every day. That's not moderation. So alcohol no be bad thing, but now how you limit your alcohol, because alcohol na it destroy your liver. Too much alcohol, liver get to do with alcohol, and when it don't overwhelm it, it go die. The liver go die. Drugs, man, when you do drugs them, I be tell you how oxycodone they make that man dey sleep so it nearly destroy life. Then what more of cocaine, marijuana, and all of that? That too will kill you faster. Those ones are choices, but the ones them way you fit prevent yourself from go for doctor, we will talk about that. You see pictures of the next picture of processed food. You see all that hamburger, pizza. When I say processed food, we're talking about diet. How diet dey kill me. Most of we don't be so lazy for cook. You say, oh, the life be too fast, so you know they fit cook again for your house. So you buy Cheerios, put them for in front, picking their face. I think that way they chop. What be the other ones then again? All those things the way they put that inside milk for morning time, fast, for give picking them and chop. And for there you start. Those are processed food. All the sugar where they inside that processed food. The next thing, we take them, go with them for McDonald's, hamburgers, all of those things. Those are processed food. Processed foods, they be quick, they be fast, but you need for the eat natural food. Means say food where you do cook am for house. If I want to take another step further, I will tell you organic food. Organic food is the preferred food for you for the eat. Means when I talk about people them for home, the one where you walk up for your backside house better pass that one the way you go buy them for store them way they come out, they import them from outside. And if you talk for people that for diaspora, are the same thing. If you not fit afford organic food, that is fine. They cook your own food. You do well and you do better if you cook your own food than refined food. One of the problems with processed food is sugar amount for inside the food. So we'll talk about how sugar, now one of the deadly things and way that they kill we now. Sugar be the cause of most of our diseases then now we will develop them. Stress. You see that picture? For Ambazonia now the stress of which they happen, the revolution and everything they happen. For diaspora, money stress, workplace stress, road traffic stress, health problems stress. Be highly stressed. Now the reason that the Western world, especially America, has the highest amount of patients who are obese. Obesity be very high for America, may be related to the foods and our stress level. What do you do when you be stressed? You eat. Food stimulates the happiness center in the brain. So when you chop, you think say you will feel better. But remember, when you chop finish, that stress will come back, that problem will come back. So food never ever stop stress. It will just temporarily make you happy because it stimulates the dopamine center in your brain or the happiness center for your head. So stress, you get to cut down your stress. Stress na the thing, next thing it will kill most of you. Stress dey stimulate a specific hormone wey they call cortisol. So now some chemical wey your body dey produce am when you the chemical dey for your body, we supposed to use them when we be stressed. But when you be highly stressed, you dey produce a lot of that chemical. So you will reduce the chemical, and the chemical will then cause another problem because you dey stimulate it for be produced a lot. So it get an influence on insulin, as I can talk about them later on. So that's how stress will do for you. Will make you big so. Signs of stress. You see, next picture. You know if you concentrate when you be stressed. People don't lose their job set because they be highly stressed. Difficulty sleeping. Most people don't sleep. Insomnia. Most people don't sleep because they take problem, go down for bed. Roll. Again, then they wake up for morning time, like you talk, they just think say the day, oh well, I not be sleep last night. You just throw it out like that. Sleep, important for your health. No ever neglect sleep. Why I wind up? The next topic where we go talk about sleep. So I jump straight into sleep. Studies of sleep deprivation. National Library of Medicine study 2024. I put the website for the link for the. Lack of sleep has been shown to increase the risk of premature mortality. Lack of sleep will make you die quick. In a recent review of various surveys, it was concluded that individuals who slept for less than 6 hours each night had a 10-fold greater risk of premature mortality than those who obtained 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Yeah, 7 to 9 hours of sleep. As you know the sleep, you dey shorten your life. I explain what the sleep mean. I will use religion for those who already believe in God. Obviously, we all get to understand why God make we more sleep. There was a reason God made us to sleep. For those who already not be religious, the chemical reason why you get to sleep. One, first, no take chop for your belly, go sleep. You get to eat your last meal 4 hours before you go to bed. Means the digestion don't finish take place so they don't pass before you go to bed. So, bedtime for most people should be between 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. So, means your last meal get to be between 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Chop don't finish. No more. No go open refrigerator door or go for inside kitchen. Go take chop. When you take chop for your belly, go with them for bed. Your body, the thing where they happen when you sleep, now say your body get that small thing the way they do for your skin, like small machine where they for your skin, where they repair, they fix your skin. So when you sleep, other activity there, everything what you do don't go quiet. That small chemical then come, they fix things the way they don't spoil. They build your body. That's the reason that man sleep. For rebuild, regenerate. So you wake up for morning time fresh. When you take chop, go with them for your belly and you sleep with them. That small chemical, that small soldier, the way they begin to can repair your body, they no go feed one because they get to walk on top that chop where you take and go for your belly. That's so man dey. So instead for you for repair, they dey for belly every time for make that digestion. You wake up for morning time, looking old, looking tired. You dey cut years and for your life because you know the repair. Now the reason to that way you be exposed to illnesses because your body no be don't put you new soldier them where they be ready for fight any illness. You get only old soldier there. Every night you not sleep, old soldier they still there. They will not be, they're not gonna be able to protect you when some disease there. The importance of sleep. You know the sleep, it cut years out of your life. Sleep deprivation. The general public often devalues the seriousness of insufficient sleep and may have a more general attitude that in the larger scheme of life's difficulties, not getting enough sleep occupies a fairly low rung on the step ladder of personal health concern. So, what did they explain? We think sleep not important. Sleep now down there. If man not sleep back, come on, wait. So if you not sleep today, you will sleep tomorrow. No, you don't. It not be like catching up. When you don't lose the sleep today, you don't lose that. I know you can make up by starting to do a good habit, but nothing saying no sleep today, tomorrow, and no sleep the next day. I'll catch up after 1 week. You're losing something. You lose something. Studies don't show the significance of sleep to a health status. Very important. Studies don't be done about that. They say effect of lack of sleep. There are people that don't put on that big weight. Sometimes it happens for small people, but most often, where they call it sleep apnea, most often are for big people. That snore where man is snore. That bad thing. That's no way the snore so means say air. So we breathe good air, we send out bad air. That's what man do. We breathe good air, we send out bad air. So when you make that means say that good air it find difficulty to go in. That good air not if you go in. So that old bad air naively remain for your skin. Bad thing. When that bad air remain for your skin for many times where you sleep, you not sleep complete, it cause you to get hypertension, it cause you to get heart attack. Where those things then they go lead to other problems, they cause your lungs. They call them pulmonary hypertension. It cause your lungs to get very stiff. So you will always struggle. So you move from sleep apnea to more sleep apnea to more difficult situation. So wait, prevent yourself, make you know the snore, the struggle for sleep for night. Not bad thing. And you fit change that with wellness is intentional, doing the right thing, do the right thing way it will prevent you from even reach that level. Effect of lack of sleep. You see side effect of missing sleep. You say irritability, impaired judgment, all of those things. All right. We go to the other things. So I will name 4 things. I will talk about your diet, where I talk about your food, I talk about your stress, sleep, exercise, lack of exercise. This one a big one. Most people don't think say exercise and for go for gym. If you get money for go for gym, fine. If you like company, fine. Gym na fine place if you like company. You feel exercise for just go out of your house, go for a walk. Walk in your neighborhood. Walk for place where you stay. For back at home, not you always take taxi. This one too another bad habit too. Don't practice them. Taxi for every place. Taxi. That waka will be the waka na good to know. We don't give up so many of our good habits because we don't want copy all the Western habits. For waka not be suffer. Waka will keep you alive for long. Because you dey exercise your leg, you dey exercise your heart, you dey exercise your muscles. Waka na good thing. First way, you know the waka, you know they do anything. Wetin dey happen? You dey grow big, fat. When you go big, you get that sleep apnea, you get that hypertension, you get that diabetes, you get other things and way you no go even like them. You see, as you see for that picture, this person, now small pikin than that. Even when small pikin, especially for this Western world now, they should not only for cheer, watch TV from morning to evening, chop there only for their front. Mommy not the talk nothing, papa not the talk nothing. Because it be easy for let the pikin just be so down for the pikin for the step there. Make a habit for take your pikin go outside when I go walk. As a father, now a bonding time that with your child, or a mother, now time that when you and your pikin when I feed the talk. Come and let's go for a walk, like on a Saturday or Sunday. When I come or go waka, when I go waka, come back before I make breakfast, before I chop. Create that habit so that the pikin can start understand. When you don't make them don't start fat from the time when they're young, you don't start put that disease them for their skin. Believe it or not, picking them for 12, 13 years, and now they get hypertension. And why they get hypertension? Now because of this inactivity, where they don't develop hypertension. Because of the poor chop we give them. We take them go all the time for go fast food. For go eat all this fast food. 13-year-old pikin, if you take blood pressure medicine, that's disastrous. You feel fix them. You feel fix them. For that 14-year-old name, fix them. Or else, again, not be deaf, not misery. Because you get to follow doctor all your life, you get to follow hospital all your life, and who knows which kind of complication will come out of this problem. I don't explain how this condition that I talk about, this condition, the way we need for fix am. But I will explain for now why this condition that they cause these problems. Simple. We get two things for your body where they be very important. They be important to us, but they be a disaster to us too. Insulin, cortisol. Two important chemicals there. We get more chemicals there for your body, but we'll talk about these two. The disaster where they fit cause some, and if you change your health, if you improve these two chemicals there, insulin, cortisol. So, what be insulin? Insulin, you get your pancreas. It cause some small other organ or machine there for your left side, what they call as the pancreas. Now it secrete this insulin. Man need insulin because now insulin will help that chop will the chop. Now insulin will help for change that chop for that energy. They like car. Petrol, it will help motor for drive. Glucose, where we the chop, now it will help we for your energy, for waka, for breathe, for this talk what they talk. Now glucose. Insulin, now it will convert that glucose. It will take that glucose, it go send them, may they use them. Insulin, now it will transport that glucose. Where they're going to use them for give you that energy. So when you chop carbohydrate, cassava, fufu. You chop meat, protein. You chop fat, like oil. Two of them. the carbohydrate and the protein. When insulin, when you chop them, they go then turn into glucose, and then insulin, the pancreas will send that insulin. Insulin are like messenger. So the messenger way it carry that glucose for go give am for all your body. So it is like a messenger. So when you chop, now how your body did deal with the chop. That's especially more talk specifically like carbohydrate. Now how it deal with them. Your body go change them into glucose. This glucose, they go either take them, insulin go either take them, go give them for your body, make you use them for energy. Might use the word power, for energy or power, where you go use them for do things day. Or your body, if you get other glucose, it is store them for your liver. Your liver will be for your left side. It is store them for your liver so that like time when you sleep, you know the chop, your liver will release that glucose for keep you going. So your liver now the place where when you not chop, and for the glucose will come out. Your liver will release them. The third other way, now say, insulin will take them. You look around and not see place for do. If you don't need the energy, it will keep on like fat for your skin. So you keep on for rainy days, keep on the day where you starve. So you get 3 sources for energy, for power. The immediate glucose, where you go send out, insulin go send out for your skin or for your tissue. The second one now for your liver, where if that one for immediate one because you know chop no day, it will come out for your liver. Or the third one, it will come out from fat from your skin. So now the 3 ways than that. So when I say insulin, now we are fighting for your skin, but also can become deadly and bad to us. Now how? Okay. So my explain now. Insulin resistance. Now the next thing I will talk about. When they say again, insulin now they help for sugar or glucose for your blood. Insulin a messenger. When you don't chop, the chop don't be converted to glucose. Insulin will be secreted by the pancreas. Insulin will come now, can pick that glucose. It will take and go for the place where the glucose will be turned into energy. So it comes for your skin. They call it the cell. It comes for the cell. It knocked off for the cell. It say, I get parcel for you. When are the glucose? When you fit take and make your energy, the cell open the door. They say, oh, thank you. They take the glucose. They turn on for energy. 2 hours afterwards, you chop again. Insulin come, pick that glucose, go for that cell. Cock. Cell say, yes, I get another parcel for you. They say, oh, thank you for the glucose. They take them. 2 hours afterwards, you chop again. Insulin, I work that. After a while, your cell don't get too much glucose. What do you think say your cell will tell the insulin? Man, I get too much glucose for a year. I don't get used for the see the man. He just sit down for chair. He don't even go no place. You want somebody to do it with them. I don't want them again here. Take them. So insulin, you don't remember that package. You say, hey, what you going to do with this package now? And knock that door again for the cell. The cell say, I don't tell you say I get too much package for you. I don't need them. Go with them. Insulin get that package when I glucose. You don't know what to do. So insulin remember, oh, I get liver. I go store them for day. You go store them for liver. Next time you chop too fast again or too soon, you don't know what to do with the glucose. You go for liver. Liver say I don't want them again. Where does he put it? So you say, I look around and say, what you do with this glucose? You put them for your butt, for your buttocks. You put them for your hip. You put am for your belly, you put am for your hand. That's it. It will deposit the fat. So you grow big and big and big. That's insulin resistant, because your cell, they don't tell you, see, we don't want your glucose again. We get too much glucose. So you get too much insulin, it float around now with all of this glucose, but your cell, they don't want them again. Now you don't develop what they call type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes means your cell, they don't reject insulin. Like, understand now? They accept only a few from the insulin, then the rest, it will just be around. So you don't become resistant. This insulin resistance, when you develop insulin resistance, now the cause of a lot of disease, that may it will happen. Cause of hypertension, diabetes, cardiac disease. For women, them, especially for this country, they don't start develop what they call PCOS. Woman get PCOS, or woman they like say don't turn be like man. So you know if you be pregnant again. And sometimes it be caused by this insulin resistance. And until it change a habit, doctor they will only give you medicine, they call them metformin. They give you medicine where it is say make it force they sell them for accept insulin. So you go for doctor. Doctor will give you medicine where it will save, it will force that cell them for accept insulin. But they're already over be saturated. They will accept them, but your sugar will still always consistently be high. So insulin resistance, like I talk, diabetes, cancer, cardiac disease, multiple sclerosis, autoimmune disease, some the pain, joint pain all over the place, weakness, fatigue, tiredness, everything. From just simple facts, say you chop, your body don't start to say, and no wonder insulin again. Stop. Okay, so we don't talk about that. Insulin resistance, a study that was put again by National Institute of Health. Another study that way they be doing. Insulin resistance caused by ultra refined foods lead to diseases. So insulin resistance because by this refined food, they will the chop and why I don't tell you about them. All the fried potatoes, hamburgers, all those refined food, pizzas cause insulin resistance, and how often you eat. Many of we will not even count how often we eat, because we chop a meal now, within 1 hour we pick up an apple, we chop them. Within the next 1 hour we pick up a chocolate bar, we chop them. Within the next minute we pick up all of those. They count and they will lead to insulin resistance. Too much familiarity. Your cell, they don't see that insulin too much. They don't want it again. How frequently you eat and refined food. See this study. So the study shows that eating the ultra refined food consumption is significantly associated with incidence of obesity, increasing insulin resistance. So the more you eat, the more you become obese, and then the more the insulin resistance get worse. So you don't now on a loop, a cycle. You chop, you fat, you chop. So that cycle they continue. Cortisol, the other thing what we talk about. Cortisol, hormone of stress. So no wonder America has the highest amount of obesity. We are highly stressed in the US. Job-wise, finance-wise, that's money, work, traffic, the whole lifestyle. I know, almost one come for America. You may be highly stressed. So, what did happen with all this stress? We get a natural chemical, hormone, with its own job. That hormone be produced. Now some small bean-shaped thing where they on top, or not as they not bean-shaped, some small like a cap where they on top of your kidney. They call them the adrenal gland. Some small thing. You just shoot down on top of your kidney like cap. They call it the adrenal gland. Now it secrete this chemical where they call and say cortisol, like hormone. The job for this cortisol now for take care of you during periods of stress. During periods of fight and flight where you run around, you get some different chemical where they take care of you. Cortisol is a chemical where they take care of you during periods of stress. Means say with life you're supposed to get a minor amount of stress. But when you become too stressed, you overproduce this cortisol. One of the bad things with cortisol can negatively affect insulin sensitivity, which can lead to insulin resistance. So, with the cortisol, you do too much of it again, it makes you develop what I just talked about, insulin resistance. So what will be symptoms of high cortisol? High cortisol, they make your blood sugar high. So you end up with type 2 diabetes where you need medicine. High cortisol, they give you hypertension, where they make your blood pressure high. High cortisol, they make your bone then soft, where if you broke. Muscle weakness, mood swing, it will instead make you be more stressed, more irritable. So again, another loop. You need cortisol, but then you don't make it, don't be too much. So now you're there for loop. The higher the cortisol, the more stress you are, the more cortisol, the more stress. Wellness is intentional. How we do for solve this problem? We'll get different days and we will talk about different ways and we will solve this problem. So for today, I will concentrate only on those 4 things that we are talking about: diet, sleep, stress, exercise. Limit processed foods. Cook, chop for house. If you can afford organic food, buy them. The thing about holistic medicine, now say, when I say wellness is intentional, I try to say people then actually get to make some research on themselves too. Listen to good lectures, make a determination what to be good. Remember not hear this lecture now. You run go for internet. You see the talk for they say, oh, cook a banana for a kanda for banana, boil them, grind them, drink them, it will help with blood pressure. And then you jump into it. I don't see that video then multiple times. Matter on some secret about that. I know to disagree, say banana no dey help for anything. The one thing I go tell you now, most banana them that plantation and they be sprayed with a lot of pesticides. They spray banana all the time for prevent the banana making no spoil. So they spray. So when you buy banana, you peel them, you eat the banana inside. That can protect the inside. But when you take that one way, that outside way, it contains pesticides. Cook them, you drink them, you're drinking pesticides. Be careful when people they say, this one they fix this, this one they fix this, and you just jump from one thing to another. Wellness not be quick fix. If you been a quick fix, then just go for doctor, make it give you medicine, you take and you drink them. Now a habit where you get to cultivate them. Limiting processed food no necessarily mean you go cook some kanda for banana. It just means you limit processed food. We start from one thing, we find sugar. Scoop, how many scoops put that inside coffee? Sugar, not good. Especially if you drink coffee now with sugar. Your next meal you deal with chocolate. Your next meal you deal with something. Sugar. What did it happen? Insulin resistance. Limit those things. Intermittent fasting. A lot of studies, they don't show. Now say, if you limit how often you eat, you will decrease or you will prevent insulin resistance. So back to me. How have we come out of type 2 diabetes, prevent insulin resistance? Have we cut down how often I eat? Because again, the often you eat, insulin is secreted. So you get to cut down how often you eat. You just start small. So if you will eat 6 meals, when I say 6 meals, don't think it's in a full meals. I mean, every time you see someone put chocolate, you pick up. You see someone put this, you pick up. Stop that habit. Make your meal something where you will eat anything you like in one meal like that. So start small. For breakfast, eat what you want. Till 12 o'clock or 2 o'clock when they are lunchtime, that nothing never enter for your mouth. Chewing gum, bonbon, whatever, never enter for your mouth, just water. You eat your lunch. So remember, no insulin. Only during breakfast, insulin. Lunch, you eat. Dinner, you eat. 3 meals. From there, you change. You go to 2 meals. Breakfast, dinner. Remember what I talk about dinner? By 6 p.m., 7 p.m., you don't finish your chop for night. You don't chop for morning time. 2 meals. That's so you reduce type 2 diabetes and you come out of the medication. The next thing, if this never bring them down, 1 meal a day. Choose which time you want to eat everything. I want chop meat, I want chop wheaty, fruits, everything. That meal, you chop them. You train your body for not to see that insulin again. All the time. Your body will regulate itself. Your body will fix its skin. Now so I will do before type 2 diabetes go. And while I do want to so, I lose weight. I lose 55 pounds. Only way I do only this thing then so. I not go for gym, go to pool, cargo them for heavy things and for gym. I not do other one. I get a dog. I do work on my dog. So intermittent fasting means say cut how often you put things into your mouth. And sometimes the best way for do that now for take away so much of that food, excess food of things if you don't get self-control. We will tempt you. Limit refined food, intermittent fasting, limit stress. Stress na part of we, the limit stress. People they take problem go down for bed, you wake up, the problem still there. Try to watch something motivational. We will teach you how to deal with stress. We will teach you how to understand, say, whether you go for bed, you think about that problem till the cows, they come home, or you keep thinking about that problem, it will not change. You will have to deal with it in the morning. I did listen to a lot of motivational thinking where they help me. You get people that they talk to them way when you listen, you say, oh, that one makes sense. It help me for get things organized. Adequate sleep. We don't talk about sleep. You must sleep at least 7 to 9 hours in the night. 7 to 9 hours in the night. That should be a habit. The way me I do, and I say, I put for my phone, I put my alarm for 10 p.m. So even if some TV program I do watch it be so interesting, my alarm will ring, ching, 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 and I just know. And then I will turn it off, I go me to bed. Sometimes it be difficult for you for change things, so you need certain things for reminder. So 10 p.m. I don't go for bed. I be even put an alarm for my phone by 6 p.m. I don't chop. 10 p.m. I don't go to bed. Exercise, like I be dog, I know we go gym. What I do, I get dog. I go walk on my dog in my neighborhood. Walker. If you don't get dog, if you find a friend, fine. If you don't find a friend, exercise a walker you want. And if you feel you prefer a gym, do gym. Supplementation. As we talk through this whole health thing, we will talk about supplementation. Especially when you go on an intermittent fasting, you actually need to take some supplements in. Important supplement, vitamin B complex. A supplement where you need them during the time where you change your meal planning. Vitamin D, K2. Vitamin D, especially people that they live for that cold area, then for Europe, then so. For Africa, when I dey for sun all the time. Vitamin D, K2, CoQ10, omega-3. You need to take those simple things like that. Magnesium. Most of we, especially people that they get that hypertension, over-the-counter magnesium, 400 milligrams. You take them, it will help. Those are the simple supplementation, the way you get to take them, you drink water. It will help for prevent you from being sick, or it will help for improve your blood pressure. Ongoing topic them now we go through as I read about holistic medicine and research. They talk about, can fasting reverse disease? Whether if you fast, it will reverse disease. I will say yes, because it reversed my own disease. It reversed my diabetes. It reversed my hypertension. It reversed my fatty liver. It reversed my obesity. Can it reverse disease? Yes, it can. Fasting, intermittent fasting worked for me. Gut microbiome. So your gut, means that they talk about what you did for your intestine them and for your belly. They try to study the bacteria the way they did it. People that they take probiotics, prebiotics. They hear about all the new research and they talk how these bacteria they for inside our intestine them, how they help with too, and then we need for make sure so we get good bacteria there for our intestine. Until I've been listening to this part about gut microbiome, then I understand why when we leave from US here, we go home, diarrhea they want to kill you the first few days and when you reach for the people they used to think say, oh, not because place maybe no clean or so. No, the reason is because as we leave from from home, we come over to America, we lost so much of our bacteria, the natural bacteria. So the one that will get them for you a different kind of bacteria them, and also all this refined food that we don't eat them, all this over cleanliness and we don't do them, and all that, we actually not even get the good bacteria from your gut. So when we go back for home, diarrhea they want kill because small dirty way go the start sick. So it's a little bit of bacteria in your gut, of the good bacteria, be good. It prevents illnesses and will keep you healthy. They talk of mitochondrial health. Now that one be a little bit deeper. And then longevity research, again, it be centered about what you do for prevent yourself from being sick. Diet, stress, limiting stress, sleep, exercise. You do those 4 things. I did it. It worked for me. Be intentional. We don't come to the end of this part of the program. I thank all man we go listen, and I thank the technical team. Goodbye.
Welcome to ACN.
Shake, shake, no day, our voice will resound. Ambazonia's people will never back down. The chains are broken, the pain is gone. Freedom is ours, and a new day has dawned. Shake, shake, no day, no day, no day. Rise to the day, the day, the day. Shake, shake, no day. Ambazonia stands strong. We're marching forward where we belong. From the rivers to the peaks, our strength will grow. The dreams of our forebears in us brightly glow. Our heroes, heroines, their fire still burns. We honor their fight with the justice we've earned. Shake, shake, I win. No day, no day. Rise to the day, the day, the day. Shake, shake, no day. Ambazonia stands strong. We're marching forward where we belong. We are building today for the children to come. No more tears, no more sorrow for anyone. Our flag will rise high, its colors displaying. Ambazonia's bright future starts today. Shake, shake, over. No day, no day. Rise to the day, the day, the day. Shake, shake, no day. Ambazonia stands strong. We're marching forward where we belong. We'll shake off the fear and cast out the doubt. Our spirits will rise, there's no turning out. Freedom is our anthem, justice our creed. Shake, shake, no day. With love we will lead. Shake, shake, but then no day, no day. Rise to the day, the day, the day. Shake, shake, no day. Ambazonia stands strong. We're marching forward where we belong. Shake, shake, no day. The future is bright. Ambazonia will shine like a beacon of light. With every heartbeat, our message will be sent. Shake, shake, no day, until the very end. A cruise boy to sing. Under the moon, where they vex, your whispers they jam. Dreams scatter like ashes for night where they cold. Hope break scatter like branch for storm. Now bad people hand innocent they suffer. Oh mama, Ambazonia, your heart they pay. Tears they fall like a river, like the sky they cry again. IDPs and refugees they walk out. Widows they hold space where they empty, them cry go they echo. For the shock where they hollow. Dr. Cho, Sissiko and others, them train them but them no fit bow. Them voice now like thunder, where they under dark clouds. World where the town face go far, no care, they go. You leave your children, they suffer. Them stories they untold. Oh mama, Ambazonia, your heart they pain. Tears they fall like a river, like the sky they cry again. IDPs and refugees they walk out. Widows they hold space where they empty, them cry go they echo. For they talk where they alone. Inside these shadows, small fire they grow. Freedom they call, where hopelessness been they show. For every heart, resistance they burn. Ambazonia go stand gidigba, you no go fear night. Oh mama, Ambazonia, your heart they pain. Tears they fall like a river, like the sky they cry again. IDPs and refugees they walk, and widows they hold space with the empty. Them cry go they echo, for this hug go they hollow. Mama Ambazonia, the scars they talk story of courage we know they shake. Even when wind they blow scatter, for morning light we go there. The children go they sing, a freedom we go fly high, like wings for sky. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Dr. Ayaba, no vex, better go follow. Ambazonia, now I own na. Son, Kuna conspiracy, we go win. Our great boys doing the work for the ground. Wanna flag there.
Good afternoon, fellow Ambazonian. Welcome to this episode of the interview. Today, we'll be talking with the extraordinary and great researcher and expert, Dr. Michael Rubin. So we ask all of you, as you join us, to make sure you invite your family and friends to listen very carefully to a seasoned voice, an expert who is going to give us perspective, maybe some education and some insights about why genocide, for example, why they occur, what are the triggering mechanisms, what causes them, what drives them, what sponsors them, what funds them. This is very essential for Ambazonians to understand what's going on in the conflict between Ambazonia and Cameroon and the underlying influences that are driving, funding, and maybe sponsoring the conflict and probably the genocide on the Ambazonian people. Today, let's have an insightful and educational interaction with Dr. Michael Rubin. Doctor, thanks for joining us, sir.
Thank you for having me, Lucas. It's a pleasure to be here and with the Ambazonian audience.
Well, we're so glad to have you. You have quite an extensive background. Let me read a little bit of your background. You are a senior fellow at the American Enterprise Institute and a director of policy analysis at the Middle East Forum. You are a former Pentagon official. You've lived in post-revolution Iran, Yemen, and also Iraq. You have also spent time with the Taliban before 9/11. Very interesting. For more than a decade, you've taught classes at the C for the Horn of about the Horn of Africa, the Middle East conflict, culture, terrorism, to deployed U.S. Navy and Marine units. Dr. Rubin is the author and co-author and co-editor of several books exploring diplomacy, Iranian history, Arab culture, Kurdish studies, and Shiite politics. Holy smokes. You've been in the most contentious parts of the globe. You've lived in places most people are scared to go there except your special forces. How have you been able to do all of this?
Well, thank you very much, Lucas. As you know, there's no better way to learn about a region than to be there. And I should say what's actually not on my biography, but explains a great deal of my interest in Ambazonia, is I used to work extensively in Black churches in Philadelphia, where I grew up, and I was a Congressional Black Caucus Foundation Fellow in the U.S. Congress before my career pulled me a little bit more into the Middle East. But I often, when I go to these locations, will end up interacting not only with government officials, but also with students from a bottom-up approach so that I can understand the ground truth. And my goal, and I'm not in government right now, I'm in a private institute, is to help advise the US government on how to correct US policy, especially among the voiceless. And I should say that the institute where I work, American Enterprise Institute, is a nonprofit. I do not get paid for any of my work with regard to Cameroon or Ambazonia. I'm not a lobbyist. My salary is there to just call things as I see it. But I want to make that clear for the audience, that no one is paying me or telling me what to say. I'm doing this because this is what myself as an individual conclude. And this is what I advise the US government when I have the opportunity to.
First of all, we want to thank you. You've traveled, you've had a very long flight. You just came back from India. That was last night. And for you, a few hours later, you're conducting this interview. This means a lot to us. We're very grateful. People are very grateful. You have something very important and very special that will be worthy for our people to pay very close attention. You've written an article that is alarming in the first place, but it's also very exposing. You wrote an article about the Rwandan genocide, the causes of it, the triggers of it, but you also made a correlation, you drew a parallel between that genocide and the conflict in Ambazonia. Here are some of the things you said in your article before we get started. You said the anti-Tutsi genocide in Rwanda was not spontaneous. You quoted Mr. Robert Muse, a respectful Washington lawyer who made an extensive research travel. You said the French trained and encouraged some of the worst elements known to advance the plan for the Hutus to slaughter Tutsi. French soldiers even mounted checkpoints. The French, after the genocide have started, even spun a cynical narrative blaming the Tutsis for provoking the genocide. This is like saying the Jews provoke the Holocaust. Help us give us a background of that research, the article. what you found, the empirical evidence, and what first of all made you to write this article in the first place.
Well, thank you very much. I'm a historian by training, and so I spend a lot of time in the archives and among other historians. And I also, while I've only been to Cameroon once, just in the airport in Douala, so I've never really been in the country. I do spend a lot of time in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Central African Republic, Rwanda, and the Horn of Africa, as well as places like Mali and Burkina Faso. So when I'm coming to this region, although I hope one day to come to a free Ambazonia and a free Cameroon once Paul Biya dies, and that can't happen soon enough. At 92 years old, he shouldn't be a dictator anymore. Cameroonians, not just Ambazonia, Cameroonians deserve better as well. The point of this is that when it comes to the anti-Tutsi genocide in Rwanda, it's now been more than 30 years. And so many of the documents surrounding it in Paris, in the Quai d'Orsay archives, the archives of the French Foreign Ministry, have been declassified. And what we see is a concern in those documents that Paul Kagame and the Rwandan Patriotic Front were Anglophones, and they wanted to make Rwanda Anglophone. And the French, for the very simple reason of their twisted perception of national honor, that everyone should speak French, decided to help the Hutu extremists. And they did this with the full knowledge. Now, not all Hutus participated in the genocide. There are many moderate Hutus, and they were killed too by the extremists. But for those of you who have seen the images of the anti-Tutsi genocide, you know about the machete-wielding militants at the checkpoints. Oftentimes, those people were trained by the French, or they even had French special forces with them in the run-up and during the initial days of the genocide. This is now not only undeniable, but last year or 2 years ago when this was exposed, Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, flew to Kigali to meet President Paul Kagame, and he apologized for the French role. Now, I would say that apology is insincere if we see much the same behavior from France today. And you know what? It's not just in Rwanda where people are tired of French cynicism, and it's not just in Ambazonia and Cameroon, where the 1972 abrogation of federalism was nothing short of illegal. We see people, Africans, reacting to the cynicism of the French in Mali, in Burkina Faso. The French need to come to terms with their own history, and they need to come to terms with justice and the illegality of some of the dictators like Paul Biya, whom they're relying upon. The French have relied on Paul Biya for decades, but again, he's 92 years old. He's going to die. And not only people in Ambazonia, but also in people in Cameroon want nothing other than the dictator to be gone, and they associate the French with that dictatorship.
So tell us, what role does the French policy to make sure Rwanda becomes Francophonized, influenced, drove, triggered, sponsored the Rwandan the genocide in Rwanda?
Because the archival documents, the archival documents show that was the whole reason for the genocide. The French wanted to rely on the Hutus because because of Belgian colonialism, were more French-speaking, and many of the Tutsis were not. That was enough. That language discrimination, that ethnic discrimination, was enough to drive French policy. At the same time, the French like a compliant dictator. Why? Because the French like to loot resources. We saw this in the Central African Republic. Rwanda didn't have as many resources, but Ambazonia does. Cameroon does, and that's why the French now rely on Paul Biya. And that's why, the same reasons as Rwanda, that's why they really are encouraging the perpetration of genocide in Ambazonia. Now, the difference between Rwanda and Cameroon is in Ambazonia, the problem is the abrogation of federalism in 1972. The problem is that in the original referendum, people didn't have an option to become independent. That the people in Ambazonia don't want to take over all of Cameroon. So I see a resolution, if the French would correct their policy, as being even easier in the future than in Rwanda, simply because in this area, the history devolves. The people of Ambazonia don't want to take over much of Cameroon. They only want their own homeland.
And you said here clearly that the prime motivator for the French president at the time, Francois Mitterrand, was antagonism to the Tutsi for seeking to be Anglophones. The French policymakers, the policymaker class, sought to preserve Francophone even at the cost of genocide. Sir, is this the same policy Mr. Biya and the French are using in their war against the Ambazonian people in order to turn Ambazonia into a French type of a French type of a conquered territory, or is it something different? What is the underlying motivator of Biya's war on the Ambazonian people?
The answer to that is yes. The French are doing this because of a twisted pride in Francophonie, but they're also doing this because they see themselves still as colonial masters of Africa. Countries like Cameroon may have become independent, but in the French mind, they're still second-class countries. France doesn't treat them as equals. And so from the French perspective, it's not simply a matter of controlling Paul Biya, but the problem is also that they don't want any country that is primarily English speaking, they see as a threat to their influence. And they don't understand that this sort of 19th century mentality, this sort of mercantile-driven colonial policy is the reason why across the Sahel, people are turning to Russia or to other countries, and why the French are hemorrhaging influence. You know, this past August, I traveled to North Kivu in the Democratic Republic of Congo, where M23 is now fighting the Congolese government. And in the portions of North Kivu I was arriving at, some people spoke French, many people spoke English as well, and it is one of the main reasons why the French are supporting the Congolese dictator, Felix Tshisekedi, even though he's been a complete failure and has the aspiration to become like Robert Mugabe or Paul Biya. The fact of the matter is, the French may say one thing about human rights when they're sitting in Europe, the Norwegians too, who have arrested your president, but they say another thing, and there's an inherent racism when they look at Africa and how their policy is driven in Africa.
Help us understand, besides the language issue, which France wants to make sure it secures in Ambazonia. Help us also understand what is behind France's primary interest in supporting Paul Biya and the Cameroon government, besides their benefits in Ambazonia, which is where 65% of, I know you already know this, which is where 65% of the GDP is coming from, which is where most of the natural resources, the oil is coming from. Help us to understand what else is driving this French hatred or interest.
You know, It's hard to explain the French, period. But a lot of it, I mean, when we look at what drives French policy, number one is pride. Number two is resources. When we look at the Central African Republic, the French tolerated a brutal dictator who declared himself emperor for years, because we now know from, again, archival documents and from police investigations, the French leadership was receiving diamonds, basically was receiving not just the benefit to France, but in a corrupt way to their own bank accounts. I suspect something similar is occurring with Paul Biya. The problem is that when you support a dictator, ultimately that dictator collapses. And to be perfectly fair, this is one of my criticisms at times of American policy as well. Too often in the United States, and it doesn't matter whether you're Democrat or Republican, we will support individuals over systems. But an individual can be gone tomorrow. Inherently, what you need to do is build up a system that can control your government. This is what Lucas Cho has been doing, or had been doing, before the Norwegians arrested him. Now, the point of this is that the French right now are probably even more scared and more worried, because the person whom they placed all their bets on, President Biya, is, again, he just had his birthday. He's in his 90s. He's not going to be there forever. And they're probably very, very scared that when he goes, that there's going to be chaos. So this is the reason why in 2016, when the president was already in his 80s, they cracked down so hard on the peaceful protests, because they're afraid of civil society. But, you know, you can only kick the can down the road for so long before the road ends. That's what we're seeing right now in Cameroon and Ambazonia.
What's the influence of France's need for uranium fueling Mr. Biya's action in Ambazonia?
Well, look, to some extent, yes. But most of the French uranium still comes from Niger. That said, the belief that there is, that the uranium exists and that in mineable qualities is also driving the French. Also, look, the 21st century economy is based on rare earths and various minerals. The former oil minister of Saudi Arabia, Zaki Yamani, famously said, the Stone Age didn't end for a lack of stones. And what he was implying was the oil age isn't going to end for a lack of oil. We're already moving on to a new age where so many of these minerals become important. And so when we look at the Democratic Republic of Congo with $24 trillion worth of resources, when we look at the Central African Republic, there's a reason for the struggle right now between the French and the Russians there. And Cameroon, of course, is right, if you will, in the same region. And therefore, there's a belief that Cameroon could be wealthy in the way that Kuwait or Qatar are wealthy in the Persian Gulf, only instead of having the gas and the oil drive the economy like in the 20th century in the Middle East, some of the mineral resources are going to drive the economy in the 21st century. And so one of the reasons why Cameroon doesn't want to have Ambazonia be free, I'm not even just talking about independence, I'm talking about what the agreement originally was with regard to the federalism, is because of pure and utter greed. They want a greater share of this money. They are corrupt in Yaoundé, in Cameroon, and the French want their piece of the pie. And if I may, Lucas, this is the same thing that's going on with regard to Nigeria and Biafra. The two countries, Ambazonia and Biafra, have a lot in common. Of course, in Nigeria, language isn't the issue so much as religion, but really the resources are one of the most important reasons driving this conflict.
So what could be Norway's interest then in all of this? What is Norway's interest? To arrest Dr. Cho? How is Dr. Cho a stumbling block to what you have said in terms of all of this economic interest, to protect this economic interest? How is Dr. Cho a stumbling block to that? How is Ambazonian quest for freedom a stumbling block to that? As you've quoted, as you wrote in your interview, will they do this?
Okay. Yeah, Lucas, let me broaden out just for a second, and not just talk about Norway, but talk about Scandinavia. Talk about Finland, Sweden, and Norway. We often hear about the Scandinavians praising themselves about their respect for human rights, their respect for democracy, and all of that. But when you actually look at their record, it's rather poor, and if I may, it's also rather racist. So, for example, as you said in your introduction, I'm much more of a Middle East specialist, and I spend a lot of my time with the Kurds, not just the Kurds in Iraq, but also in Turkey and in Syria. Now, when the United States and NATO wanted Sweden and Finland to join NATO, the way NATO works is that it's a consensus organization. When you take a new member, everyone has to agree. You can't just have a vote. And so Turkey was able to blackmail the military alliance by saying, we're going to veto Sweden joining unless Sweden betrays the Kurdish dissidents who lived in Sweden. Stockholm has one of the largest populations of Kurdish dissidents and also Turkish dissidents, all the journalists that the police state in Turkey tried to arrest. And you know what? Sweden caved in and even sent some of the Kurdish leaders they arrested back to Turkey, where they would be tortured and perhaps they've even been killed. So Sweden, of course, is cynical. And now that brings us to Finland when it comes to the Biafrans. Now, the reason why the Finns cracked down and arrested the president in exile of Biafra was two reasons. First of all, because because Finland had a lot of dealings with Nigeria in terms of energy and other products. And for all of Finland's talk about human rights, what mattered only to the Finns was the money. I mean, what do they have to worry about Biafra? If Biafra doesn't yet exist, they can pretend it's not a problem. But in reality, by siding with the Nigerian government, they're actually encouraging the genocide in Biafra, because the government of Nigeria looks at the cynicism of Finland and concludes that they literally can get away with murder. So this brings us to the president of Ambazonia. And I'm afraid the same thing is going on with regard to Norway in terms of simply wanting to address the status quo. It's easy to pretend that he doesn't have popular support, even though he does. And as far as Scandinavians are concerned, if all the journalists, if all the television cameras are in Gaza or in Ukraine, filming what's happening there, then they can pretend that the genocide isn't happening in Amazonia. Genocide only happens in the dark. It only happens when the television cameras aren't there, which, by the way, is one reason why I was so happy to do this interview today with you, Lucas, because the more we can shed light on this issue, and the safer Ambazonia will be, and the more likely it will be that Norway will be forced to release the democratic dissidents that it has arrested for cynical, money, and racist reasons.
Only you, with your expertise, your research, can shed light on these issues. And our people are listening, they're watching, they're paying very close attention to your expertise, your voice of truth, your honesty, and your transparency. Let's move to Cameroon. Is it possible at the age of 92 for Mr. Biya to hold another 7-year term in office, he will be 99 years old. Why are they holding this election?
Honestly, I don't think it will be possible for him to continue to hold on to power. And let's face it, most 92-year-olds simply don't live another 7 years. But let's also be honest here, that the problem isn't just Ambazonia and Paul Biya's attitude towards Ambazonia. The problem is also Paul Biya's stewardship of Cameroon itself. And when I interact with Cameroonians in the United States, I don't hear a difference of opinion between those from Ambazonia who speak English and those from the rest of Cameroon who speak French. The fact of the matter is, Paul Biya victimizes everyone. And in the future, if Ambazonia is going to be free, and if Ambazonia is going to prosper, it's got to live at peace with the rest of Cameroon, hopefully under a government in Cameroon that is at peace with itself and its independent neighbors like Ambazonia. So the point here is that everyone suffers under Paul Biya. The last thing I would point out, Lucas, is that every Democrat wakes up in the morning, every Democratic president wakes up in the morning and knows when his term in office is going to be over. Every dictator wakes up in the morning thinking that today could be his last day. And I'm sure that's going to be going on in the mind of Paul Biya as well. And today very well could be his last day. And so it's crucial, not only for the people of Ambazonia, but also for the people of Cameroon, to plan the next steps as soon as Paul Biya is dead and in the ground.
To plan the next step. If there is no step at the moment when Mr. Biya is on the CPDM ruling party, they've dominated the political scene for the last 42 years. He wants to run for another 7-year term. Do you see any credible opposition within Cameroon itself that can unseat Mr. Biya?
Yeah, well, let me put it this way. You're absolutely right. And this is one of the reasons why it's so important that Ambazonia continues to organize itself as the president has been doing up until the day that Norway arrested him. So you've got a situation there where in Ambazonia, it's going to be okay. You're absolutely right in the rest of Cameroon. The fact that he has strangled the opposition is a problem. That said, they're going to face a struggle, much like Iraq faced a struggle after the death of Saddam Hussein. But what I also like to point out in situations like this is that the next president of Cameroon is likely in a Cameroonian prison right now. The next president of Cameroon isn't going to come out of Paul Biya's party. It's going to come out of those whom he's tried to suppress.
Do you have any advice to the Cameroonian people, what they should prepare themselves for, what they should get ready for, what they should anticipate, or what specific steps and action they can take between now and October 7?
Look, and the people of Ambazonia are doing what they need to do. They tried to resist peacefully, and we saw what happened after the teachers' protests. So they need to do what they need to do. That said, when it comes to securing the local communities, that's going to be up to the Ambazonians, because they're in Douala, in Yaoundé, in other cities in Cameroon. There's going to be chaos as people try to fill the void and a civil war erupts. This is why it's so essential that the Norwegians be on the right side rather than the wrong side of history.
That's your advice for the Ambazonian people. What's your advice for the Cameroonese? What should Cameroon do? What should the young people in Cameroon do? What should women do? What should civil society movement do? What should political opposition party do in Cameroon in anticipation of the chaos?
Well, first of all, I mean, perhaps Cameroon's greatest export has always been its people, simply because Paul Biya is like President Isaias in Eritrea. I mean, just an incompetent brute who cares nothing about his people and only about himself, who treats his country as a country of slaves. So it's going to be very, very difficult for them. But the diaspora community, especially in France, should be protesting every day in front of the Quai d'Orsay in order to make clear that Paul Biya isn't their leader, isn't their local leader, isn't their legitimate leader. In Cameroon itself, there is no magic formula because, look, I can sit here outside of Washington, D.C. and pretend that I have the answers, but I'm not facing Paul Biya's secret police. I'm not facing a prison term or torture in Douala. I mean, the fact of the matter is, I can say what I want and Paul Biya can't do a damn thing to me. So I have it easy. But if I were living in Cameroon, it's a very different situation. So they also need to ensure and be lobbying right now across Europe, in the United States, wherever they are, for the aid and the assistance to come in and for the legitimacy to be denied for any new dictator. Cameroon is one of the most brutal dictatorships in Africa and one of the most brutal dictatorships on earth. And the African people deserve much better. I mean, there's no reason. Look, African solutions for African problems. So why shouldn't Cameroon be like Botswana or Namibia or South Africa? Why shouldn't it be a country that thrives? And the fact of the matter is, the Cameroonian people have the human capital to do this. It's just going to take the removal of the dictator Paul Biya, and that can't come soon enough.
Welcome back, our fellow viewers. And this is the interview with a special guest, Dr. Michael Rubin. Doctor, welcome back.
Back with you. I'm glad we've worked out some of our technical difficulties.
You're very passionate about what you were saying. Let's get back to it. We're getting to the end of this program. Let's get back to it. Did Norway anticipated the backlash after arresting Dr. Cho? Did they anticipate the backlash? There was an expectation that by arresting the Ambazonian leader, Cameroon will succeed to decapitate the leadership, both in the diaspora and on the ground. 5 months later, the forces on the ground are much more stronger. Our leadership is much more focused, and we have intensified our diplomatic outreach and engagement. Did they anticipate all of this?
No, it's clear they did not. The Norwegians were operating from a position of ignorance. They probably, I mean, look, the Norwegians only have contacts with the Cameroonian government. The Cameroonians lodged a complaint, and without knowing anything about the legitimacy of the complaint, the Norwegians acted. But the fact of the matter is, what's going on in Ambazonia is an attempted genocide. The Ambazonians have no place to, nothing, I mean, they can't do anything but to fight if they're going to remain alive, if they're going to remain free. They are on the correct side of international law. And so the Norwegians now are learning a lesson. What we need to do, what Ambazonia needs to do, and what Ambazonians need to do is not just condemn Norway for its imprisonment and persecution of Dr. Cho. What they need to do is also give Norway an off-ramp so that the Norwegians will release him. in a way that helps them save face. And then maybe, as the Norwegians learn more about the true situation, they can play a positive role. I mean, what I don't want to happen is what happened in Rwanda with France, where it takes France 30 years to say, we were wrong, and to apologize, because that doesn't bring back the victims of the anti-Tutsi genocide. It's essential that Norway understand the truth now, and how they're siding with one of the world's worst dictators who's trying to perpetrate a genocide, rather than siding with the decolonization of Africa and siding with the implementation of agreements which were illegally violated back in the 1970s by the Cameroonian government.
Now, as you already know, we have about more than 1,000 villages that have been burnt. We have more than 750,000 Ambazonians that are now living in the forest. We have hundreds of thousands of Ambazonian children that haven't been to school. We have more than 450,000 Ambazonian refugees in Nigeria spread across Africa, and some have moved even to the United States because of this conflict. We have more than 5,000 Ambazonian who are in Cameroon's concentration camps. With the humanitarian situation, coupled with the chaos that will be ensuing in Cameroon, how do we salvage this situation in the short term?
Lucas, I wish we had a magic formula, but in the short term, there's nothing you can do but what you're doing right now. After the crackdown on the teachers' protests, the civil society protests of 2016, you tried to do things peacefully, and you were met with torture, murder, and genocide. You have to fight in order to protect yourself and your villages against one of the continent's most brutal dictatorships. And you shouldn't apologize to that, because people in Norway don't understand what's actually going on in the ground. You have to protect your forces. Now remember that in Rwanda, the genocide ended not because the Scandinavians came to some sort of deal, or they pretended in France or Belgium that things were just fine in Rwanda and Burundi. They weren't. It ended with the victory of Paul Kagame. And today, Rwanda is like the Silicon Valley of the Great Lakes region of Africa. So once you win, what I would actually do if I were Ambazonia is reach out to the Rwandans and say, how can you help us replicate what you have done inside Africa, inside the Great Lakes region, to pull yourself up and to change society after this brutal anti-Tutsi genocide? According to Transparency International, Rwanda has gone from corruption levels 20 years ago that were akin to what we see in Libya and Yemen. And today, it has the corruption levels of the Czech Republic. The fact of the matter is, businesses flock to Rwanda, and the new generation really is coming into its own. So when you look at a model, again, African solutions for African problems. Rwanda provides an African solution to the problem you face. Norway in 2025 is like France was in 1995. Don't be like Norway.
There are some that will say, oh, what you have said so far is so nice. It sounds good. It sounds reasonable. But you know what? There are some Ambazonians that want a united Cameroon. There are some Ambazonians that said they want special status. There are some Ambazonians that want, they have been with Cameroon for so long. They are part of the elite class. They are part of the structure that has kept that society for so long. There are some that will even argue with you to say, oh, you know what? We are federalists. What do you make of this? And what message do you have for all of these different constituencies and voices?
Well, let me put it this way. It's a great question. First of all, I'm not Ambazonian and I'm not Cameroonian. Ultimately, this is going to be a decision for Ambazonia and Cameroon. What I would say is perhaps the root of the problem historically was that the referendum, which was held in what is now Ambazonia, wasn't a full referendum. It didn't give you the full options to decide whether or not you wanted to be independent. You had two options, and you chose to go into federalism. So why not have another referendum with more options? Federalism, no federalism, independence. But if I were Ambazonia's leadership, I would have enough self-confidence to believe that you would actually win. Now, at the very least, however, the time to return to federalism, which was agreed upon Cameroon's independence, is now, because it was illegally abrogated back in 1972, 1973. And so no one should accept the fact that the status quo in Cameroon is what is legal or legitimate. The last point I would make is the same thing I hear when I talk to, for example, the Kurds in Syria or the Kurds in Iraq or the Greeks and the Turks. That, for example, today no one likes Turkey. Turkey is a force of instability. Turkey supports groups like the Islamic State. But if you're Kurdish, you can't just be anti-Turkey because you're never going to thrive until Turkey is democratic and at peace with itself and its neighbors. So whatever Ambazonians decide, federalism, independence, the fact is they must also support democracy in Cameroon, because until Cameroon is safe and secure and free from madmen like Paul Biya, then you will not have security even if you win your independence. So you need democracy in Cameroon and you need freedom and democracy in Ambazonia.
Doctor, we thank you very much for your insights. We thank you very much for such an engaging, passionate conversation. You have the last word for our people.
Look, all I can say is God bless Ambazonia. I support your struggle.
Dr. Michael, thank you very much for your brilliance. God bless you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fellow Ambazonians, you've listened. I'm sure most of you have learned a lot. You've learned what is driving these conflicts, what is driving this genocide, these abuses, this exploitation. That's why it's important to have seasoned voice, experts, people with the background, with a wealth of knowledge, with a wealth of experience, people that have seen, studied, lived in different parts of the globe with conflict that are even worse than ours. Their experiences, their knowledge, the lessons they have learned can help us to not only succeed as a people who want freedom, but what to do with that freedom. Most importantly, what we must do now with this knowledge. We thank Dr. Rubin for his contribution today, and we look forward having him many more times to talk with our people. Thank you so much, ACN, for hosting us. This is the interview.
shake, shake no day. Our voice will resound. Ambazonia's people will never back down. The chains are broken, the pain is gone. Freedom is ours, and a new day has dawned. Shake, shake, no day, no day, no day. Rise to the day, the day, the day. Shake, shake, no day. Amazonia stands strong. We're marching forward where we belong. From the rivers to the peaks, our strength will grow. The dreams of our forebears in us brightly glow. Our heroes, heroines, their fire still burns. We honor their fight with the justice we've earned. Shake, shake, and I win. No day, no day. Rise to the day, the day, the day. Shake, shake, no day. Amazonia stands strong. We're marching forward where we belong. We are building today for the children to come. No more tears, no more sorrow for anyone. Our flag will rise high, its colors display. Ambazonia's bright future starts today. Shake, shake, over. No day, no day. Rise to the day, the day, the day. Shake, shake, no day. Ambazonia stands strong. We're marching forward where we belong. We'll shake off the fear and cast out the doubt. Our spirits will rise. There's no turning out. Freedom is our anthem, justice our creed. Shake, shake, no day. With love we will lead. Shake, shake, but that no day, no day. Rise to the day, the day, the day. Shake, shake, no day. Amazonia stands strong. We're marching forward where we belong. Shake, shake, no day. The future is bright. Ambazonia will shine like a beacon of light. With every heartbeat, our message will be sent. Shake, shake, no day, until the very end. A cruise boy to sing. Under the moon, where they vex, your whispers they jam. Dreams scatter like ashes for night where they cold. Hope break scatter like branch for storm. Now bad people and innocent they suffer. Oh mama, Ambazonia, your heart they pay. Tears they fall like a river, like the sky they cry again. IDPs and refugees they walk out. Widows they hold space where they empty, them cry go they echo. For the shock where they hollow. Dr. Cho, Sissiko and others, them train them but them no fit bow. Them voice now like thunder, where they under dark clouds. World where the town face go far, no care. They go, you leave your children, they suffer. Them stories they untold. Oh mama, Ambazonia, your heart they pain. Tears they fall like a river, like the sky they cry again. IDPs and refugees they walk out. Widows they hold space where they empty, them cry go they echo. For they talk where they alone. Inside these shadows, small fire they grow. Freedom they call, where hopelessness been they show. For every heart, resistance they burn. Ambazonia go stand gidigba, you no go fear night. Oh, mama, Ambazonia, your heart they pain. Tears they fall like the river, like the sky they cry again. IDPs and refugees they walk out, widows they hold space with the empty, them cry go they echo. For this hug go they hollow. Mama Ambazonia, your scars they talk story of courage we know they shame. Even when wind they blow scatter, for morning light we go there. Your children go they sing, a freedom way go fly high, like wings for sky. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah. The fire, no vex, better go follow. Ambazonia, now I own and son, una conspiracy, we go win. Our brave boys do the work for the ground. Wanna flag there.